Hey guys, this is Greg coming to you with another Fundrise video. Today we're going to be going over a little bit more information on the Fundrise Interval Fund, the REIT that they have for the new starter and basic packages for those levels on Fundrise. I had some questions about it, so I thought, well, you know what, I'll go a little bit more in detail here just to kind of give some more basic knowledge of what is in that fund. Or why they have this fund going, and we'll just kind of go through this together. I'll just go and read through this and give you guys a little bit more information, give a little bit of my input on there, especially since I've now been doing this for a couple weeks. And before we start out, please make sure if you like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button too, and that little bell that comes up to let you know that I have a new video coming out. I'm trying to get a couple out a week, just depends on when I have free time at night. But we're going to just go ahead and read through this. So, new fund has become, because this came out December 29th, 2020, this is their new flagship fund aiming to provide investors with a greater diversification, lower overall costs, and improve the access to liquidity for them. The big takeaways from this, it's the new Fundrise Real Estate Interval Fund is to become their flagship fund, like I said, aiming to provide them with greater diversification, lower overall costs, and improve access to liquidity. Boy, that's redundant coming from the top there, so another key takeaway. But anyway, no actions needed. New investments are automatically going to be allocated to the interval fund based upon the investor's account level and their plan type. So even if you're not in the starter or the basic ones, where this is basically your fund that you're going to be investing in, when you get up into the higher funds, you can actually pick different REITs and things like that to put your money in. A little bit of that money is still probably going to be put into this interval fund on your behalf, just to kind of give you, the user, a little bit more diversification. So, we're excited to announce the major upgrade coming to your portfolio in a new year, the launch of the Fundrise Real Estate Interval Fund. It's the new flagship fund that will power the core of our investment portfolios going forward. If you've been investing with us for a while, then you know that we are constantly working to improve the overall Fundrise experience, using technology to reduce costs, cut out unnecessary middlemen, and make investing simpler and more efficient. As a result, we've created an almost entirely independent ecosystem built around our proprietary investment funds, which act as the building blocks of each investor's portfolio. These funds are unique to the Fundrise platform and are designed to seamlessly connect our technology platform with our investment strategies. That means that unlike most other investing apps where, regardless of which one you choose, you're ultimately investing in the same set of underlying stocks and index funds. But when you invest with Fundrise, you're truly investing in something different that you cannot get anywhere else. Which really what they're saying here is they're buying their own buildings and they're putting it in their own fund. And nobody else has access to it except for Fundrise and the people investing with Fundrise. So, over the years, we've continuously pioneered new investment models, working through various complex regulatory processes to create first-of-their-kind investment opportunities that are specifically designed to offer our growing community of individual investors, which today, again, December, more than 150,000 strong, better access to institutional quality investments. We are therefore pleased to announce that after nearly 2 years of work to make it possible, we expect to launch the Fundrise Real Estate Interval Fund as a core part of our plan allocations beginning in January. So this started this year. As you saw in my previous videos, I hope you checked out those previous videos, I'm investing in this. This has been part of the plan for since the beginning of the year. So everybody that's investing now has money going into this. So your portfolio only better. So the Real Estate Interval Fund is an investment company that is registered under the Investment Company Act of 1940, similar to traditional mutual funds that you or your parents may be more familiar with. Like many of our existing funds, it is a non-traded, continuously offered fund that provides quarterly liquidity and intends to operate as a REIT for tax purposes. To our knowledge, it is the first publicly traded registered interval fund specifically focused on investments in real estate that is available directly online. What makes it different? Well, it's bigger. The interval fund has a target initial offering of $1 billion with no cap to its total offering capacity. That means the interval fund is capable of holding more assets than our other funds, which should translate to greater overall diversification with a single investment, which really is what they're saying is the more money they get into their fund, they're starting at $1 billion, it's going to get bigger. The more money that people invest, the more they're going to be able to invest for us. So they're going to be able to buy different kind of products, different kind of properties, residential, commercial, warehouses, industrial stuff. They're going to be able to diversify that even more with each property that they purchase. That's really what they're saying there. So, improved liquidity. The interval fund will offer quarterly liquidity, man, that's a word, in the form of quarterly repurchase offers with zero penalty or cost associated with liquidating internal fund shares. Additionally, the interval fund is required to hold a minority of its assets in liquid securities in an amount sufficient to meet its stated quarterly repurchase threshold. So the big takeaway here is you're going to be allowed to take money out every quarter. You have to request to do that. But the big thing here, compared to their other E-REITs, zero penalty or cost to take that money out. So it's a little bit better for you in this plan. So you're not getting that 1, 2, 3% penalty depending on how long you have your money in to take it out. So it also prices daily. So unlike our other funds that generate updates to their NAV on a quarterly or semi-annual basis, the interval fund has a daily NAV pricing, with the purchase price and repurchase price of shares adjusting to match that fund's NAV. Now, it may go daily, but in the 3 weeks now that I've been doing this, I've only seen the price move a penny up during that time. So I'm interested to see how often this NAV actually updates. And if people are in the interval fund and have seen it update more often than that, please let me know, and please let everybody know in the comments down below, because I'm kind of interested to see how often that NAV does change, and I'm going to be taking a note of that as the weeks and months progress here throughout the year, just to kind of get an idea. So all the benefits you currently enjoy, we expect the interval fund to become a core piece of our investment portfolios, with an investor's allocation being based upon their individual account level and plan type. As with all of our investment funds, investors can expect to receive the same key benefits they currently enjoy, including low fees, which their interval fund has the same 0.85 annual asset management fee as all the other funds, with no additional performance fees, carried interest, or promo. So it's interesting. I mean, the 0.85, people might say, oh my gosh, but you have to remember, this is more not really a passive in a sense. They're actively looking at buying and purchasing and acquiring new properties to put in this fund. So it's not just being passive in the sense that, oh yeah, you're going to be getting dividends and whatnot, and the real estate's kind of sitting there, but they are actively looking for new properties to add to this daily, weekly, monthly. It's going to be changing constantly. Quarterly distributions, so investors should still expect to continue to receive distributions following the end of each quarter. Your dividend reinvestment preference for your overall Fundrise accounts will continue to apply. Regular asset updates, so you'll be able to track your performance and watch as they acquire, approve, and operate properties across the country on your behalf. And hassle-free tax reporting. So it's going to be treated like a REIT. So during tax season, you're just going to receive a 1099 div every year. So you're just going to get a thing just to put in your tax report, just like you do with your stocks and bonds and any other investment that you get. So in short, much like a new smartphone with greater processing power or a car with better gas mileage, the interval fund launch should provide investors with a seamless transition to improved performance with the same overall quality of experience. So, frequently asked questions. Again, what is an interval fund? An interval fund is a type of investing company where shares are not traded on exchange, but instead offers a limited degree of liquidity to investors by offering to buy back a percentage of outstanding shares at regular intervals, in this case, quarterly. So, how does the launch impact my existing portfolio? As with the launch of any other new funds in the past, the launch of the interval fund will not impact any of your existing investments. However, you can expect a portion of new dollars you add to your portfolio via auto invest, one-time invest, or dividend reinvestment to be allocated to the interval fund based on your account level and plan type. So is this a REIT? Yeah, it's a REIT. Like any other fund, the interval fund intends to elect to be taxed as a real estate investment trust, or a REIT, under the Interval Code of 1986. I'm sorry, Internal Revenue Code. I'm sorry, I have interval in my head. So the objective of it is to have a balanced business objective, which I think I did show you in another video. It has a nice combination of new builds, current builds that are being improved in a warehouse so that they're going to be getting rental, but it's also going to be based on growth and on dividend income. So long-term capital appreciation. So looking for the long haul. It's just gearing up now. You're going to see that 5-10 years down the road really be pumping and really be bringing money out. So can I invest through my IRA? Sure. Like any other accounts, investors who have an IRA account can expect to have a portion of any new contributions invested in that. And the NAV, as I said before, it's supposed to be updated each business day at the end of it, just like the stock exchange in New York. Again, I've only seen it update the price once, and maybe it's just it's updating at the 1,000th or the 100th of a cent, and you just don't see it yet. So it may just be very slowly on a daily. We just don't see past the 1 cent mark, so we don't really know. So again, I think the interval fund as a whole is a pretty good investment. The way the portfolio is laid out, as I showed you before, which I can bring it up here. There's 26 properties in here. We'll bring the portfolio. We have 26 projects. I think a lot of it, is value add here with single apartments and multi-family layouts and things like that, where they have stabilized apartments, and they also have some commercial in there. I think, they have at the base a very good build here, and it's just going to get bigger and stronger as the weeks and months and years go by. So I'm going to keep an eye on this, and I'm going to, as things get added to this, I'm going to make more videos. There are a few in here that have some spec sheets, so I'm going to try and go through those and make some videos for you guys as well. And go from there. So again, like I said, if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. It really helps me out. And also, please make sure to subscribe. I love seeing that you guys are getting really interested in these videos with more information. It really makes me want to produce more for you on the weekly, more videos weekly, every day, just to make sure that you guys get the information that you want. So again, please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to leave some comments down below if there's anything that you want to know. I'll work as hard as I can to make a video for you. So until next time, I'll talk to you later. See you next time.